Hey guys, what's up? It's Tyler Kluver. This is the Snapped podcast. So glad that you're joining me. On this podcast, we're going to talk about diet, exercise, mindset, training, sports, performance, and any of the things that we discuss, me or the guests that I bring on, is going to help you get better and help you get healthier in some way or another. We're glad you're here. Sit back, relax. Let's have it. Yeah, baby. We are back. I dropped the ball. Dropped the ball last week. Finally found a week that I was not able to get a podcast in for the snapped episode, and that's fine. That's fine. We're back this week. We're going to record 2 episodes today, and it is what it is. My goal is to get an episode out for every week of this year for the Snap podcast. And last week, I definitely had time at some point to do it, but it got too late in the week. I usually try and do them on Wednesday, pump it out same day, right immediately after I record. And then we got to Wednesday and I had a bunch of work to get done because I was basically gone all day Thursday at a golf outing. And then Friday I had other work to do as well. So we skipped a week on the Snap podcast, and I'm sorry. And hopefully this one makes it up to you. But we are back from 2 weekends ago. We're going to discuss the recap of the competitive CrossFit competition weekend that I did. We're not going to discuss every event or workout that we did, but we did a lot. And it was a really great time. It's good to be in that environment with a bunch of people who are working towards similar goals. There were Thursday when it started, a lot of the out of town guys who were, I guess, more around my age, around the kind of people that I would be competing with indirectly, not actually competing with, but kind of comparing my times to them. How heavy am I lifting compared to them? All of them came Friday. So Thursday there was a bunch of teenage age girls there who are trying to be competitive, and some of them are fairly good, and then a few other random guys that just kind of are getting into it on the competitive side of things as well. So it was a good first day. The first workout that we ended up doing was maybe the worst workout of the weekend. How they were structured were the first 3 days was a workout or a Metcon, what you would call in CrossFit. So a single piece, usually an AMRAP or an EMOM, or just a workout that is for time, meaning you complete it as fast as possible. That is called a workout in CrossFit. So granted, we were there for, a period of 2 hours in the morning and then another 2 hours in the afternoon. You could call that 2 workouts. We actually did 4 workouts each day. So the first day was we started off with a 24-minute EMOM. And that means that every minute you have a designated amount of work. Sometimes they could be the same for each minute. For example, you could just do a very simple EMOM, an EMOM, every minute on minute. could just be 10 squats, right? 10 squats every minute on the minute. You do your 10 squats. It takes you 15 seconds. You have 45 seconds to rest until the clock hits 1 minute, and then you do it again. And you finish in 15 seconds again. And then you rest however long you get till it hits 2 minutes and you do 10 squats again. It's just a way to um, pre plan, not necessarily pre plan, but structure rest into it's the easiest way to do an interval workout, right? Uh, you get to determine your rest by how quickly you get the work done. The one that we did was a very advanced EMOM, and it had chest to bar pull-ups in it. It had a 5 clean and jerk plus 5 burpees on the same minute, and then 12 toes to bar and 12 calories on the rower. Um, it was right on the upper end of with the chest to bar pull-ups, it was right on the upper end of what I could hold on to. I actually only did 10 each minute because that's more of, that was smarter for me. And I got through the EMOM just fine, but it was a tough, it was a tough workout. And those kind of workouts that are interval based EMOM style, any longer than, you know, 16, 18, 20 minutes, you start getting up into the 20s, maybe even the 30s. Those are going to be working on um, your engine and your capacity. So, engine meaning how hard you can push and then recover, and capacity meaning how many total reps of volume can you do of chest to bar or toe to bar or clean and jerk, whatever it may be. Um, so we started off the weekend hot with that workout. I was like, holy shit, this could be a long weekend because that one beat me up. But it was good, and it was sort of the workout that we used um, to get a feel for everybody's kind of comfortability level with what we were going to be doing, and um, it felt good. I did well, but um, it was really just the weekend just getting started. We went on to oh, I'm yawning. Always yawning, because respect. We went on to do some lifting work. So again, Metcon, lifting, Metcon is how each of the first 3 days went. And if I sound deep in the voice, it's because I am. I'm doing this episode at 8 o'clock in the morning. Um, and I'll do another episode later on today that you guys will hear next week. Um, because I'll be on vacation. We're going on vacay. So anyway, we started the weekend off with that workout. Then we went on to strength work. The first day on Thursday was snatch, and I actually PR'd um, my snatch. I full snatched 245 pounds. The most I've ever done before was 240. Uh, I have a feeling that back when I did 240, I actually could have pulled maybe 250, 255, maybe upwards of 260. But um, it was by myself in a CrossFit gym in Ankeny, whereas this was um, like the environment was hot, like really lit up. We had a great, great equipment, perfect, like nice equipment that made the snatch easier, like a nice barbell, nice weights, had chalk, a full warm up to get me there. So I think I was actually stronger back when I snatched 240, but snatched 245, and that's really cool. That's really nice to see that, especially because I haven't done any specific strength work other than what I'm just starting now after the camp. Um, Metcon number 3 right before lunch was 50 wall balls, 30 handstand push-ups, 10 bar muscle ups, pretty fast one. Finished that one in 4.5 minutes, and then we came back from lunch and did a dumbbell snatch workout with burpee box jump overs, and that one was a nasty little guy. Finished that one in just over 6.5 minutes. So first day, total volume of actual competitive, like you're on the clock, go, go, go. We had about 40 minutes of that, and then a bunch of other warming up and staying loose and lifting in between. It was a good day. A day that would have put most people in the ground if you don't train that kind of volume. Fortunately, I do, so I felt pretty okay going into day two. Um, the thing I learned the most about day one was from the first workout. Um, those are the kind of workouts, the 24-minute EMOM interval style. Those are the kind of workouts where you choose numbers for each minute on the exercises that are going to be beefy in the beginning, but doable. And then as you get towards the end of that workout, the last, 30% of the EMOM, they're going to start to challenge you and you're going to be tired and you're going to be fatigued and you have to mentally grind through those. I have to do many more of those 24-minute style workouts, anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes. I need to do more of those because that is, if there's one thing to make you better at CrossFit in general, those are the workouts that do it. Um, so going to be implementing a lot more of those into my training as we move forward. And we'll talk about my training moving forward when we get there. But that's what I took away from day one is those shorter workouts, right? The last workout, which was 4 rounds of 10 dumbbell snatch, 20, 16, 12, 8 burpee box jump overs. I'm pretty good at holding and going fast on that. The 50, 30, 10 that I did in 4.5 minutes. I'm good at going fast. Um, the strength work is what it is. Like you're basically as strong as you are. But that first workout, I don't do a lot of those, and I need to do them to get more fit. Um, we came back for day two. I was feeling pretty good at this point. Granted, my soreness when I lift and work out comes from a big time delay. So I wasn't going to be feeling much until Friday night anyway. Friday was day two. So luckily we could get in most of day two before I really started to feel it body wise. Um, Started off the day with a great workout. We went 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3 of wall balls and calories on the machine. It was either bike or rower. So I ended up on the rower, which I think was a little bit easier than doing the air bike. Uh, if any of you know, the air bike can be pretty gruesome. And so plus, I wanted to choose the rower for this one just because I don't have one. Plan on getting a rower soon, but not having one means I wanted to get as much work as I could on the rower. So we chose rower and we went 21 down to 3 reps of wall balls and calorie row in 7 minutes and 41 seconds. And I was really happy with that. This was when all the big dogs came in, some of the games athletes, everybody did this workout. And I was top 5, time-wise in this workout, and I felt really good. That was a good workout for me. Then similar to day 1, after we did the workout, we went into some strength work. This is where I maybe took away the most from the weekend. Now granted, my shoulders were extremely sore from, snatching an all-time weight, and holding that above my head. Uh, so I wasn't feeling physically up to where I would want to be, but I also wasn't mentally locked in. And so when we went to do essentially the same kind of stuff the next day on a clean, max clean, most people should be cleaning 25% more. Um, let's see, 25%. Yeah. I would say somewhere around like 25% more than they snatch, somewhere between 20 and 25% maybe. So if my snatch is 250, 245, call it 250, I should be able to take about 25% of that and add it on as my max clean. Um, That being said, 25% would be like 60 pounds. So I should be able to at least clean like 305. Really, I should be able to clean about 315. And I can hardly clean more than I snatch. Um, Again, I was tired. I hit 255. I probably could have hit 265, but I jumped straight to 275 and got under it. No big deal. Can't freaking squat it up. My legs are not strong enough. So my limiting factor is that I can get under the bar, but when I catch it, I cannot clean it underneath or I cannot squat it up. So, um, the most humbling coaching tip from the weekend that I got was during this session. And it was the Olympic weightlifting coach that was there coaching the lifting sessions, came over and said, "You got to squat more. There's no way you should be." Uh, you, he said he said just very matter of factly, he's like, "You can't clean what you snatch. Like you have to squat more." And I was like, I was already pissed, and that pissed me off more. And I was like, "Yeah, I know." So that session, this lifting session on the second day, informed my training moving forward, maybe more than anything has. Um, I have to up my squat numbers slash deadlift. I have to get better lower body strength. It just is what it is. It's never been my forte anyway. Even at my very, very, very strongest, I was able to squat 405 for one and deadlift probably 450 for one. Um, those aren't good numbers by any means. And um, I need to at least be back to those are bare minimum numbers. To I need to be able to do those numbers bare minimum again, and I'm a long ways from it. So we are we are focusing and training now heavily, heavily, heavily on getting my squat numbers up and getting my deadlift numbers up. And that could be relative to or relevant for anyone because doing strength work is going to make every other percentage work that you do, um, even if you go and do a workout where you've got 5 rounds of, 10 deadlift, 10 box jumps, and 10 push-ups, right? Well, whatever that deadlift weight is, it's not, you're doing 50 reps, so it's not going to be a max weight. Whatever that deadlift weight is, the stronger your max deadlift, the more chance that you're going to feel better moving through that weight because it's going to be a lighter percentage of what your max lift is. So for me, my deadlift max is about 375. Well, 185 pounds is about 50% of my deadlift. So if I have 185 deads and I'm moving 50%, that's 50 reps at 50% in that workout that I just explained. Whereas if somebody has a 500-pound deadlift, well, then they're only moving about 33% for 50 reps. And that makes a huge difference in how quickly you can move that weight and how fatigued you get during a percentage style workout like that. So, and obviously CrossFit includes a lot of workouts that are percentage style workouts. You're going to be working with a barbell that is not necessarily up near your max levels, but it is, you know, somewhere between 40 and 60 or 70%. And you need to be able to move those loads. Um, and you would prefer them to be in the lower percentages. So day two, then we had a 5 round workout of double unders and squat cleans after that. Um, that was an okay workout for me. And then a workout at the end of the day where we did 5 rounds for time of 12 pull-ups, 10 bar facing burpees, and 10 8 6 4 2 of shoulder to overheads. And I actually did really well at that one. I think I had one of the better times again on day 2. So I ended happy, but basically walked away from day 2 knowing that I need to squat more. Um, day 3. Day 3 is when everyone was feeling it. It was Saturday. Everybody's body was tired. It was bad. Um, but that's how you feel in CrossFit sometimes, especially at the competitive level when you're doing this level of training. And so it is what it is. We started off the day with a running workout. It was 3 rounds of 400-meter run, 18, 14, 10 in the first, second, third rounds of dumbbell snatch, squat snatch, um, and then 9, 7, 5 in the preceding rounds 1, 2, and 3 of ring muscle ups. This was another kind of eye opener. I haven't had any work on rings. I have nowhere to hang rings at home, so I have hardly any. Uh, I mean, I've essentially zero work on rings in the past, I don't know, 18 months. So there's no reason why I should be good at ring muscle ups. Um, I was able to get through the 9 and the 7. Um, I actually got through all the first 2 rounds completely, 418.9, 414.7. I got through the 400-meter run and the 10 dumbbell squat snatches in round 3, and I was just about to do the 5 ring muscle ups and the time cap hit. So, um, 13-minute cap on that one. I had 5 reps of ring muscle ups left. Um, I need to get better at ring muscle ups. That's basically all there is to it. I have rings. It's a little bit of an annoyance to set up. I can't really do full swinging ring muscle ups, so I have to do assisted, strict, and it doesn't. Bunch of excuses. I need to get better at ring muscle ups and bar muscle ups. Um, but good workout to start the day. Um, then we did I guess I did instead of the lifting that day because I was just so beat down and we were doing push press. So we did snatch, clean and jerk, uh, or snatch, clean, and then jerk was on Saturday. Jerk meaning that you have to use your arms overhead, shoulders. I was even more trashed from that Thursday PR on the snatch. So instead of lifting, I did a conditioning, a very, very light conditioning piece. It was just 5 rounds of 1,200 meters of work, 400 meters of kind of easy pedal rest on the bike. Um, and then went to lunch, came back, I got back from lunch early. People were still kind of out eating, so I did 2 miles on the air runner because this was Saturday and I was supposed to be getting in um my 9 miles, I think was how much I was supposed to run for my half marathon prep, but I was obviously not going to run 9 miles and then do all of this on Saturday. So I got 2 miles in on the air runner and we had already run a little over a mile in that first workout. So um use that as my running for the day, and then finish the day uh, on a bench handstand walking rope climb workout that I ended up tearing my pinky on and part of my hand. I thought I was going to get through the weekend unscathed, but that last workout, um, I did not. I did not. I slipped on the rope and it kind of burned off some skin, and um, that basically ended everything for the weekend. That was it. There was one more workout after that that I didn't do because then I went to dinner with the fam. But then Sunday we came in and we did a one long piece active recovery. It was 2 minutes at a moderate pace, 1 minute easy on any machine that you wanted. So it could have been the skier, the rower, the Concept 2 bike, the air bike, the runner, right? Any of those. I chose the rower again because I don't have a rower, and a rower is a huge piece in CrossFit, so I wanted to get some more work on it. Um, 20 rounds of that. So, uh, excuse me. 20 rounds of 2 minutes moderate, 1 minute easy. So it was an hour long cardio. Um, I did 750 calories total on the rower in 1 hour. So, um, that would be a pretty hefty workout for most people. It was technically an active recovery. No weights were being thrown around. It was one piece. It was just one kind of long piece, and it was good. It's the kind of day that most competitive CrossFitters use because it doesn't beat the body up as much. There's no weight that you're not working the muscles at a high percentage, and you're just trying to recover and move and sweat. And that's exactly what I did. I sweat like a mother during that thing, and that wrapped up the camp. And it was great overall. Again, not going to go into details of each workout. Mentioned most of them what they were, but not going to go into exactly what I was thinking. The biggest things I learned are I have to get stronger. Um, when it comes to workouts where I can handle the weight, I have, I think I learned that I have what it takes if I want to be competitive at a high level. And that's one thing that I was looking for validation wise, is that I was able to hang with some of the best, literally some of the best CrossFitters in the country. There were one, two, three, four. There were four people there that are top 500 in the country, CrossFitters, and I was able to beat them on a couple workouts. I was able to hang right with them on half of the workouts. I was able to beat them on maybe a fifth of the workouts, here and there individually. I was able to hang right with them on half of them, and then there was probably a last quarter or third of the workouts um, that they definitely had me on, and it's because they have better muscle ups or better skills, or they just have that better engine in some of those more competitive written workouts. And that's okay. That's what I have to work on for the next 6 months. The opens in February, obviously. So um, we got about 6-7 months here before we kind of test and see where we're at. And it was a fantastic environment for me to be competitive and really use an environment to take myself to the next level of what I could do. Um, but yeah, my three takeaways were essentially I got to get way stronger. I have to practice a handful of skills, mostly um, muscle ups, both on the bar and the rings, uh, chest to bar pull ups, and a few other things. A lot. I need to do a lot of them. And number three was that I can hang if I want. It's just if I'm willing to put in the work or not. So, all in all, good camp. Um, Most of you probably won't care too much about any of that. Again, this one is for me. This one was more of a backlog of how did this weekend go? What did I learn? What did I take away? How is it informing my training moving forward? So, um, maybe you guys took away something from that. Maybe you guys thought it was interesting, but either way, thanks for listening. Snap Podcast. We'll be back again next week with a episode that I'm literally about to record after I stop recording this one. So, everybody have a fantastic week, and I will see you next time. Peace.